Something very special is happening in the great state of Texas. And our governor, Rick Perry, who is the longest serving governor in the history of the state of Texas, who is a bold, born-again believer, who's been a guest on Celebration, who had me to go several years ago and host a pastor's conference with him in attendance. And then, Joni, had you and me at the governor's mansion. We were the only ones there with him, and he personally took us on a tour of every room in the governor's mansion. Just a great guy. Well, he has felt led of the Lord to call a solemn assembly like they would do in the Bible. And so it's going to be a time of prayer, and I believe it's on our wedding anniversary on August the 6th, and it's going to be at Reliant Stadium where the Houston Texans NFL football team play. So let's go right now and let you see a spot about that.
This is Governor Rick Perry, and I'm inviting you to join your fellow Americans in a day of prayer and fasting on behalf of our nation. As an elected leader, I'm all too aware of government's limitations when it comes to fixing things that are spiritual in nature. That's where prayer comes in, and we need it more than ever. With the economy in trouble, communities in crisis, and people adrift in a sea of moral relativism, we need God's help. That's why I'm calling on Americans to pray and fast like Jesus did, and as God called the Israelites to do in the book of Joel. I sincerely hope you'll join me in Houston on August the 6th and take your place in Reliant Stadium with praying people, asking God's forgiveness, His wisdom and provision for our state and nation. To learn more, visit theresponseusa.com. Then make plans to be part of something even bigger than Texas.
This is not a partisan rally. It's not a political rally. We are not endorsing a candidate. But I'll tell you what, it's time for people to pray. And I read something from Governor Mike Huckabee today, who ran for president and who's also been on our program several times. He said all of these people on the left that are criticizing and worried about Americans getting together to pray, if they don't think there's any power in it, why are they worried about it? They should be glad that we're wasting their time, if that's what they think. And I thought, boy, wiser words haven't been spoken recently. So there is power in prayer, and thank God that there is a person in leadership in our nation that's not ashamed to pray. He knew that he was going to be laughed at and made fun of, and there'd be political satire, but he stood up and said, this is the thing to do at this time in our country, and I so appreciate that he's doing it. And it's interesting that only one of the other 49 governors has said he'll come. Senator Sam Brownback of Kansas is going to be there. And I realize some of the governors are busy, but some of them could come if they wanted to. So that'll just tell you the spiritual climate of our political leaders today. America's in trouble. We better wake up. And if the church doesn't begin to pray, and if the church doesn't go to the ballot box and vote, then we have no right to complain. Boy, Marcus Lamb has said something true here today.